Okay, so I have the pot, 5-gallon bucket, all right, and I bought the lid to go with it. So I've seen different people make the self-watering pots, and I've decided to go a little bit different. And so I'm taking the lid, I'm drawing all my circles for my holes, because I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to use the top for my platform that should sit right about here. I put 3-inch mark. I want it to come down to about here, but I'm going to drill this hole last. This is for the overflow. And I'm pretty sure it'll be at 3 to 3.5 inches, so I want to make the platform first and then drill the hole so that I'm on top of this. So you can cut these with a drywall knife, okay, a razor knife, but you know me, I have power tools and I have a hole saw. So I've decided what I'm going to use, and so I'm using this to drill my holes for my, seeing people use a 3-inch pot in the middle. I've elected to use 4 because I want to use it as a stand so that when I reuse this 5-gallon bucket, I'm able to reuse the whole thing. Clean it out with a hose, change my soil, plant a new plant. Okay, that's my thinking. All right, so I cut 5 of them, 4 for wicking, 1 for filling. All right. Now, before I do that, now I need to drill my weep holes. Now, I'm using a 1-inch pipe for my feeding. Okay, so if you have power tools, I'm going to go ahead and use a sawzall and cut this pipe on an angle. Okay, so that as the water goes through there, this long side will sit on the bottom and the water will come out freely. I elect to cut it with my jigsaw. There we go. Okay, now that is all cut. Pull this rim off because you're going to use it later. Alright, now I took these 1.25 inch, alright, and I'm going to have a thread on them because of the size of the hole that I made. I'm able to thread it on all the way. Now this is the 1.25 inch pipe. I marked it off at 2.5 inches each because once I cut them and they go inside here, that should make this about 3 inches off the bottom of the pail. Okay? Now, because these are going to be my wicking poles. So what I'm doing is I'm going to have to drill some holes to get water in to wick up to the soil. So Okay, you don't have to have them all perfect. Just put your lower holes down to the bottom. Okay, now when it sits in there, it's going to sit on the bottom of this, but be off the bottom about 3 inches. It's beautiful. Okay, they're sitting off the bottom. That's why I didn't cut the hole until I wanted to see exactly where it was. Okay. Now this is going to be for my overflow. I'm going to put this in here. Okay, this is my overflow pipe. Use the half-inch pipe. Five-inch pipe. It's about 5 inches. Now we're going to use a fabric filling hole to be. So we're going to lay this in here first. Okay, I poke my finger in the filling hole, I bring it through, cut it. Okay, I'll be able to put my pipe right through there when I'm ready. Now, what I'm going to use to wick them up, some people use soil, but after a while, I know the soil gets bad in there, and then that's when you start to get fungus and things that can destroy your plants. So, I've decided to use chips, marble chips, granite chips, right? And we're going to fill up these holes, okay, with these little stones. Okay, they'll go right down inside here. This is going to be wicking up the water to your soil. Now when you buy these bag of chips, they have dirt in them and everything else. I took them and I rinsed them out in water first so that I had good chips without a bunch of debris on them. So I fill them to the top of each one, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and put some stones down on the bottom just to come up to the top of these. You don't have to put too much, but just put enough on the bottom so it covers the bottom. Okay, you can see I've just covered the bottom, not coming up too high. All right, now we put our cloth in. Over the pipe, push it down. So it's all on top of the stones. Okay, then we're going to fill our soil. Okay, get your potting mix. And pour it in. Keep your fabric back. Get your pipe up straight. Go ahead and mix it up, put it in there. Okay. I got red beefsteak tomatoes. You want to put this about center, but a little closer to the filling hole. Okay. The reason's going to be because if you're ever going to need to move this, you want to be able to pick up the handle to be able to move your plant. Now, you can then put mulch over this, okay? But instead of mulch, I'm going to use the fabric, okay? This, I'll be able to tie it off. As it gets taller, I'll put something else in here to hold it. But for this here, I want to go ahead and just cut. Okay, so I can get this over my plant and over my watering hole. Gentle with your plant. Okay, you can see now that I have plenty of covering around here to help keep the soil from getting hot. Take your ring. And cut your excess off. Okay. Now it's all on there. I can lift up my plant without hurting it. Now let's water it. Now, this first time I'm watering from the top because I want the soil to go down. The rest of the times I'll be watering through this 1.25 inch I used underneath here. 1 inch for the fill hole and a 1/2 inch for this. The 1 inch is so that I can easily water the bottom from here. Right now I just want to get that soil down, compacted. Okay, so now we know we have it filled enough because our overflow is flowing out. Okay, now when that stops, that'll just bring it to the where it's going to be wicking up into the soil. All right, I'm going to make a few more of these. I'm going to do another cucumber plant. I'm going to do a basil. And I've made 3 buckets. I have my red beefsteak tomatoes. I have my cucumbers. Then I did my sweet basil. Alright, I'm just doing these 3 for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Building with Papa. See you on the next one.